What do you do if you're on a lake that has no chart? Well, the good news is Humminbird has had something for a very long time that'll help you map out your lake in the ultimate detail, and that is Autochart. Autochart is available in every Humminbird unit, whether it's a Helix, an Apex, or a Solix. The nice thing is, if you fish a lot of uncharted lakes, or the lake you do fish has a chart, which isn't very detailed, you can always supplement that by doing Autochart on your favorite spots and really finding the spot within the spot. When you're doing Autochart, you don't need a card in the beginning if you just want to try it out, because your units will hold up to 8 hours internally. But if you plan on doing more, it will tell you that it's going to start chewing up the beginning of your 8 hours and using that up. You'll want to buy something called a Zeroline Card. Humminbird's Zeroline Card is basically outlines of lakes all over the country, both the United States and Canada, that allow you to create your own map by going back and forth across the lake using your transducer to get an accurate reading of the bottom of the lake. Now, another thing you can do if you really want to see the detail level and the availability of Autochart Live is go Google Humminbird Autochart Live Share. And that will actually allow you to download other people's maps they've made on lakes that you may be interested in fishing. Now, to get started using Autochart Live, it's really simple. You hit the menu button, you go down to the Autochart option, move over with one cursor, and it's going to tell you, do you want it on or off? Once you select on, it will start mapping the bottom based on the transducer. The good news is, if you're looking to cover a lot of water quickly, as long as your transducer will read the bottom and give you an accurate depth, I've done it up to 30 or 40 miles an hour if you've got a good transducer setup. So you can really cover water quickly. The way you cover the water and draw the map is by going back and forth, and you'll see the way the lines will stitch together in one direction, and then doing the perpendicular direction will give you the most detail possible, and it'll allow you to map out everything in that area. I try not to turn on Autochart and leave it running all day long. I really want to map out the areas that I fish a lot. If I have a waypoint in an area, that is the time I'm going to take Autochart, turn it on, go back and forth across the spot after I fished it, of course, because you don't want to burn your fish by driving over them. But you go back and forth, create your map, and it allows you to take an outside perspective look at why you're catching fish on that waypoint. It really shows you the lead-in paths from where fish go into the structure, where they'll sit when they're aggressive, or where they'll come in from if they're not aggressive. And it really helps you dial in that pattern and helps you locate the fish that much quicker. Now, if you look at the side of Autochart, you'll see there is a color bar, almost like a temperature bar that goes from dark blue all the way up to bright red. And that is the depth highlight. You set that by going into your menu options, and what you want to do is if you're fishing an area that is maxing out at 50 feet, you want to set your depth highlight to 50 feet. And that'll make sure you've got all of those colors within those 50 feet. If you're fishing deeper water, you want to adjust to that. Always set your depth highlight to the maximum depth of the area you're fishing, and that'll give you the biggest contrast in colors throughout that scale. That'll let you see the contours even better. Another big option is to set your depth contour lines to 1 foot increments. If you do that, it'll give you even more detail. But you can adjust it from 1 to 2 to 3 to 5, whatever you want for depth contours. But for me, I want the maximum amount of detail to see the smallest drop off. And I do that by setting my depth contour to the 1 foot increment. Another bonus if you have a Zeroline card is your ability to back it up. And by backing it up, I mean you can download it to your computer. If you want to share it, if it's a lake that you feel you want to share, you can always go to Humminbird's website and share the Autochart data, but you can also share it with friends. That's a great thing, is you can send the file off these Zeroline cards and your friend can get the work you've done, or if you have a tournament partner and you want to see an area and share it with them so they have it on their unit as well, you can do that also. So if you're looking to get the most out of the areas you're fishing and understand fully how to take advantage and catch the most possible fish you could ever catch, using the Zeroline cards and Autochart Live will give you all that information at your fingertips. It's something you're definitely going to want to check out, and the best part is it's included in whatever unit from Humminbird you're running.